Mario and Sonic, two gaming icons joined together to compete in the Olympic Games. But now it's the Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games. This game isn't exactly one of my favorites in the series, but I still love it a lot, since it makes some good use of the Wii U's motion controls and has fun events and modes. But the former is what we're focusing on. Today, I'm counting down my top 10 favorite Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games events. They should call these the Mouthful Olympics. Rules first, any event, Olympic or Dream, is fair game, and this is all my opinion. I'm speaking for only myself and no one else. This short intro's now finished, so let's get going. Kicking off this list is Freestyle Ski Cross. In this event, 4 players compete in a ski race across a large mountain. They must ski along, gaining speed by passing through flags, along with jumping off ramps and landing at the right time. The first player to cross the finish line is the winner. They must also mind their speed, since the faster they go, the harder it will be for them to make turns without going off course. They can also gain a speed boost at the very beginning, by charging power and swinging the Wii Remote down at just the right time. This event is nice and simple and even a bit challenging. That's all. Freestyle Ski Cross crosses by 10th place, then goes back to get it. Ninth place is Alpine skiing downhill. This event is pretty much the same as Freestyle Ski Cross, except only one player competes at a time. 8 players take turns. And side note, there are no ramps or sharp turns. What players must do is ski along through the mountain and cross the finish line. The player to do so in the shortest time is the winner. They can pass through the shorter ends of flags for speed boosts, although they should be careful when doing so, since, again, the faster they go, the harder it is for them to turn. Also, if they ski past the same side of both flags, they'll be penalized by having a few seconds added to their overall time. I prefer this event over Freestyle Ski Cross because there aren't any other players to get in the way. It's also just a bit more fun, although not quite as challenging. But no matter what, Alpine skiing downhill skis right into 9th place. Eighth place is Roller Coaster Bobsleigh. In this event, each player is riding their own bobsled through a long roller coaster course. They must first run with their bobsleds to get going, then jump on for the ride, then make their way through the course, riding on dash panels for speed boosts, jumping off ramps and landing at the right angle, avoiding enemies and other hazards, collecting rings, for some reason, until finally reaching the finish line. The first player to do so is the winner. This event is just fun, and as you should know, if you've been watching my videos for some time now, I love racing games! It also has quite an epic concept, a mix between a bobsled race and a roller coaster ride. That's very cool. So much, in fact, that Roller Coaster Bobsleigh is easily 8th place. Coming in at 7th place is Figure Skating Spectacular. In this event, 4 players are figure skating through a long obstacle course based on either Mario's World or Sonic's World. Specifically, they must complete a long, elegant skating dance by swinging, spinning, and balancing the Wii Remote, all with good timing. Doing so will score players points, and the player with the highest score at the end of the event is the winner. If you're wondering why I like this event more than Olympic figure skating, it's because this version is much more fun and lasts longer, and is also more challenging due to the higher amount and intricacy of the Wii Remote swinging, balancing, and spinning. And not to mention the nicer scenery. Also, side note, my favorite course is the Mario-themed one. With all that, Figure Skating Spectacular is spectacular enough to skate right into 7th place. Sixth place is Winter Sports Champion Race. In this event, 4 players are racing through a long course, using several different methods to do so. They can use skis, snowboards, ice skates, and bobsleds, and even switch between them during the race after crossing through checkpoints. However, the course is filled with both snow and ice, and skis and snowboards go faster on snow, while ice skates and bobsleds go faster on ice, so players must stay on the right surface depending on which item they're moving with. Of course, the first player to cross the finish line at the end of the course wins the event. This event is very unique and innovative because, again, it It allows players to switch between different modes of transportation during the race, and I've always loved racing games. Adoy! With all that, Winter Sports Champion Race is the champion of 6th place. Fifth place is Bullet Bill Sledge Race. In this event, 4 teams of 2 race on Sweet Mountain using Bullet Bill drawn sledges. They must fly along, avoiding obstacles, collecting energy orbs to charge up the Bullet Bill's special dashes, and when said dash is fully charged, using it to move much faster, and the first team to complete 2 laps wins the event. This event is just really fun, especially when dashing, jumping off ramps, riding through rings, and taking shortcuts. And it can also be a bit challenging, since there are a lot of obstacles to avoid. I mean, you could let them hit you if you really wanted to, just don't expect to win the race if you do. Also, additionally, the concept of Bullet Bills pulling a sled is very clever, innovative, and epic. It's no wonder why Bullet Bill Sledge Race races for 5th place. And wins the race? Fourth place is curling. In this event, 2 teams of 4 take turns pushing several stones across an icy path in an attempt to make them stop as close as possible to the target center. Each team can throw 4 stones per end, and at said end's end, say that 5 times fast, will score 1 point for each closer to the target center than the other team's closest one. Yes, that also means that if the other team has any closer than your closest, you get no points for that end. Sorry if that hurt your brain. The highest scoring team after 2 ends wins the event. After one teammate slides a stone with the angle, curve, and power he or she desires, 2 other teammates will slide across the ice with it, and, if they so choose, can sweep its path with brooms to make it travel further, and teams can also mess with opponents by knocking their stones around. This event is very fun and strategic, which makes some video games really enjoyable for me. Also, curling is one of my favorite Olympic events. In real life, of course. So, I'd say curling easily earns 4th place. Third place goes to Hole-in-One Curling. This event is basically a combination of curling and golf, and is quite different from its Olympic counterpart. 4 teams of 2 must push 1 huge curling stone across a long golf course, attempting to make it stop at the flagpole at the end in as few pushes as possible, and the team with the lowest overall score after 2 courses wins the event. When playing, one teammate pushes the stone to get it moving, while the other teammate sits on it to direct it, and both must be cautious to avoid obstacles and falling off the course, and they can also take shortcuts and use ramps to reach the flag sooner. This event is very fun and a bit challenging, and also requires strategy and teamwork. The concept is also very clever, since, again, it's a combination of curling and golf, 2 very different sports. For that, Hole-in-One Curling scores a hole-in-one on the 3rd place hole. Nikoro Glide Score 472's Pun Factory. All rights reserved, patent pending. Running up is Snow Day Street Hockey. Dang, so many dream events on this list. Anyway, in this event, 2 teams of 4 are playing ice hockey. You know, hitting a puck into the other team's goal with L-shaped sticks. There's the basic stuff like passing, stealing, the goalie's shot blocking, and scoring 1 point for each successful goal. And of course, the team with the most points at the end of the last period wins the event. But I did imply that this is a dream event, so do you really think this is all there is to it? Each time the puck is hit, its power level will rise, and once it's fully charged, the player in possession of it can execute a special shot, which is more likely to score a goal than a regular shot. The event can also be played on 3 different stages, and each has its own gimmicks, such as slots, which the puck can fly into and out of, banana peels and brick blocks that can mess with players, and bonus goals that grant 2 points instead of just 1. Snow Day Street Hockey is extremely fun, and honestly, that's it. It's just fun AF. So fun, in fact, that it's easily my 2nd favorite event. Honorable mention Winter Olympics. 15th place is speed skating 500 meters. Several players take turns skating across an ovular track and must pick up speed by swinging the Wii Remote with good timing. The player to skate 1 lap the fastest wins. This one is nice and simple, and as I just said, requires good timing. Do I have to remind you how much I love games that require good timing? 14th place is Groove Pipe Snowboard. 4 players compete in a snowboarding race across Mushroom Bridge, which is now covered with snow, and the first to complete 2 laps, no, not 3, wins. This one's fun and a bit challenging, and reminds me of Mario Kart. Obviously. 13th place is figure skating singles. Several players take turns performing a long, elegant skating dance, scoring points by swinging, spinning, and balancing the Wii Remote, all with good timing, and the highest scoring player at the end wins. This event is just the Olympic version of its dream counterpart, so you already know why I like it. 12th place is ice hockey. 2 teams of 4 compete to score goals by hitting a puck into a goal with L-shaped sticks, and the higher scoring team at the end of the last period wins. Again, this event is just the Olympic version of its dream counterpart, so you should already know why I like it. If you don't, that's not my problem. Last but not least, 11th place is ski jumping large hill. Several players take turns ski jumping off a large hill, hence the name, and must ride gusts of wind to gain distance, and finally stick the landing. The greater the distance and the smoother the landing, the higher the player will score, and the highest scoring player after 2 tries wins. This event is fun, if somewhat challenging, and I admire the concept of riding the wind. Is that how this event works in real life? Finally, number 1. It's yet another dream event, and I can't think of any other hints. It's none other than snowball scrimmage. In this event, 2 teams of 2 compete to get a huge ball, with some random snow crystal in it, to their goal by standing atop it and rolling it there. Players also have snowball shooters, which they must use to shoot opponents and lower their health, and also knock opponents off the crystal. Teams will score 1 point for each goal, and the team with the most points when time expires wins the event. However, it's not quite as simple as this. Players can supercharge their snowball shooters to make snowballs do more damage, and they can also restore health by standing on the pink panels. There are also cannons, which players can use to launch the crystal towards their goal to get there quicker, although this leaves them open to enemy attacks, and if a team trails by 2 points, a shortcut will open, allowing them to reach their goal faster. This event is extremely fun and has a very epic and clever concept, and I enjoy shooting games as well. Sorry, that's all I got. Short, sweet, and to the point. Snowball scrimmage is easily my number 1 favorite Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games event of all time. Forget my pun factory, Mario and Sonic's mouthful factory. All rights reserved, patent pending. So there you have it, my top 10 Mario and Sonic's mouthful factory of all time. For more videos like this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please check out my social media. All links are in the description. Thanks a bunch for watching. See you next time. Mikoro Glyscore 472, out.